I'm Neev Nitin Gupta, and I just graduated from high school, and I'm going to UIUC to study aerospace there. So I've built an F1 technical workstation. So what this does is it replaces the job of an F1 engineer, for example. But there are other work cases as well. If you look here, we can use it as an enthusiast, a beginner, an engineering student, or a professional engineer, and that will change how the responses come to us. They'll be more technical if I select professional engineer here, but let's keep it to enthusiast for now. Then we have different operating modes for the chatbot. So there's educational, there's race engineer, there's regulations, historical, and so we can ask it anything here. For example, one of the quick prompts in aero analysis is explain diffuser stall, what it causes, how it manifests, and how teams design margin against it. So if I send this to it, the pit wall, it'll take a second, but it'll give a response. Here we can see a detailed response on the question we asked it, and then it gives us the sources and citations of where it got that response from. And then if you want to look further into your question, there's some more topics it gives you for that. Then more features we have in this is the virtual wind tunnel. So in this now this is just for playing around. You can adjust the front wing angle and the rear wing angle and the height and the airspeed at which you want the F1 car to be going at. And then you can send this configuration to the pit wall, which is the chatbot, and it pins the context here. So whenever you ask it something, it uses this context to answer, and it automatically also writes this in the chat to review this aero configuration and how it will affect the car. Then some more options is the setup optimizer. So in this, you can select different circuits of F1, and then if it's a qualifying session or a race session or just random testing, and then the weather, it can be risk of rain and wet or dry, and then the temperature of the track. So this can also be sent same way to the pinned context. So this is also a very useful feature if you want to find out more about it. And this is the recommended baseline for the circuit I've selected, which is Silverstone. So, and there are some cons about it as well. Then another thing is telemetry analysis. So this is a comparison between the first graph, the upper graph. That's a comparative analysis between two drivers throughout a circuit. So like driver A is on average driving at a higher speed throughout the first half of the track, and then similar in the second half. And then this is the throttle/brake percentage of both drivers as well. So telemetry graph is very useful in F1, in the world of F1. If an engineer wants to find out how to change the car for, like, this is majorly used during testing. After testing, how they should change the throttle speeds and the braking and their speeds. So this can also be sent to the pit wall to interact with it. And if you've had a conversation with the pit wall, it goes to the archive and saved sessions right here, and you can open them again and continue your conversation further. Now, another thing about this is really nice. You can set up your own race here. So this is not for any specific circuits, but you can set up race laps and pit stop loss. So it's usually around 20 to 22 seconds. And then how much the soft tires degrade during one lap and how much the hard tires degrade. So this can be used to make different tracks possible and how you would imagine a track yourself. Some references that I have taken are the different tracks, which, as you can see here, the race distance, the full throttles, and the ground forces. So like Monza demands very low downforce, but Monaco demands maximum downforce, and there's some more facts about it. And then here, now these are the current regulations. So you can explore about the 2026 aerodynamic regulations, and you can discuss this with the pit wall as well. So these are all the different regulations that are currently there. But the really interesting thing are the historical innovations. So these are some of the most innovative things that some engineers have thought of throughout the years. And most of these have been banned because they perform too good. Like even here, the active suspension by the Williams team, it got banned for 1994 along with other driver rates because it was performing too well, and the other teams, it was a disadvantage towards the other teams. So there are many innovations like that. So yeah, that's it. So this is a site to learn more about F1, or use it as an engineer, like, because planning on becoming an aerospace engineer. So this can be very useful for me if I ever have any questions about aerodynamics. I can ask this website, and yeah, that's it.